Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Technology always has its way of exerting itself as we go to start these events. It's a pleasure today for us to welcome representatives of two other genealogical groups to our presentation today. I welcome those who are in the room who have traveled here to be with us today, and I also welcome the people who are joining us by Zoom for this particular presentation as well. As the Upper Ottawa Valley Genealogical Group, we do recognize that there are other genealogical groups that operate in more local regions. And so part of our goal this year was to try to make sure that we reached out to them in a more positive manner so that we could connect what we do and what they do, and also connect it to our members as well, so they understand that there are more than one a library or source of information for genealogical research. And there are times when in the local ones are much deeper than we have. So it's a real pleasure today that we are focusing on two different groups that operate on the Quebec side in Pontiac County, one based out of Chapeau and the second based out of Sheenborough. So today I welcome, we're going to break our presentation this afternoon into two pieces. So we'll be changing speakers at that point in time. I'm going to ask that Donna Gagnon join me at the present time. And Donna is president of the Pontiac Genealogical Society, and they have an operation in Chapeau, and she will describe that operation for us. So over to you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank the Society for the invitation today, and it's wonderful to see so many people gathered to celebrate and preserve the history of our communities. The Pontiac region is rich in history. Long before roads and villages, townships were established, this land was home to Indigenous people for thousands of years. Between 1960 and 1963, Clyde Kennedy excavated sites on both Morrison Island and Allumette Island. A comparative analysis suggests a 600-year gap between the two sites, placing the more recent Morrison Island site in the Brereton phase and the older Allumette Island site in the Virgen phase of the Laurentian traditions. 74,269 specimens were found on Allumette Island alone. They were interpreted as representing a late summer and early fall campsite occupied by small groups for several weeks before departing for their winter territories. The material indicators suggest that this was taking place around 6,500 years ago to 5,500 years ago. This is for more information. This is an excerpt from the book from Paleo Québec 30, Îles aux Allumettes. It was published in 2003. L'Archive supérieure de l'Outaouais. This and more information on Allumette Island appeared to be published in the Canadian Museum of Civilization, now known as the Canadian Museum of History. The Chapeau Regional Gallery plays a vital role in preserving the heritage. What began in 2014 as a vision for the vacant St. Alphonsus Rectory became a reality when a group of artists and community members proposed creating an art, culture, and historical center. After much dedication and hard work, the gallery officially opened its doors in August 2015. Today, visitors can explore exhibits that celebrate the history of Allumette Island and Morrison Island, the farming and logging industries that built our community, Indigenous heritage artifacts, local family history, and a monument honoring the veterans. The gallery is also home to an art exhibit, a gift shop, a historical display, and the Pontiac Genealogical Society's main office. The Chapeau Regional Gallery also features a 3-bay garage, thrift store, something for everyone. Each room tells a story. Each photograph, artifact, document, and family heirloom helps us understand the people who came before us and the sacrifices and achievements and traditions they pass on. Okay. Yeah. History is more than dates and names. It is a story of ordinary people who built extraordinary communities. It is found in family photographs, handwritten letters, church record, and treasured memories shared around the kitchen table. By preserving these stories, we ensure that the future generations will understand not only where they came from, but also the values, resilience, and spirit that shaped our region. I would like to thank the volunteers, committee members, donors, researchers, and supporters who continue to dedicate their time and energy to preserve Pontiac and the Ottawa Valley's history. Your work is truly a gift to your communities. As we are gathered here today, let us remember that every family has a story worth telling, and every story deserves to be preserved. I'll read you a little poem. It's called Back Home. Back home, the values back home, a place where we all come from. The kitchen like a church, it nurtures old and young. With something always cooking, precious stories being told, the laughter and the good food, where we make our mold. The table like an altar, the joys around it sung, always room on its edge to welcome everyone. Like a candle burning bright, we keep the family fed with homemade religion and the smell of rising bread. The more we understand life, deeper becoming whole, we find the kitchen a perfect place to sit and fill the soul. So in 2003, a dedicated committee took over the Pontiac Genealogical Society, the key to the past, ensuring that decades of valuable research could continue to be preserved and shared. Thanks to the efforts of the early volunteers headed by Ruth Hurdy and others, genealogical records and family history collected for more than over 20 years were saved and transferred for future generations. The Pontiac Genealogical Society holds an impressive collection of resources, including census records, assessment rolls, cemetery transcripts, church records, local histories, and family resources. Some records date back as far as the 1700s and include baptism, marriage, and death notices. These records represent hundreds of Pontiac families and provide an invalid key to the past. For anyone whose ancestors lived in the Pontiac County, crossed the Ottawa River, or settled in surrounding regions, these records can help uncover family stories that might otherwise be lost in time. Our knowledgeable volunteers are always eager to assist and research and for visitors in their search for the family connection. Okay, thank you for having us here, and thank you for your help in keeping the history of the Pontiac and the Ottawa Valley alive, and for being part of the journey into the past. Thank you.
And now ask Helen Davis to come up and speak to us. Helen is the chief researcher with the Pontiac Group. So you're on, my dear.
I'm on.
Oh, yes.
You put that on? Okay.
There we go.
Okay, got me on there. Thank you. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting Donna and I today. And my interest in the genealogy started in 1997 when I started with my maiden name, O'Brien family tree. Apparently, there were two O'Brien families that lived on Alamance Island, but we were not related. Okay. And my dad, Sylvester O'Brien, had passed away in 1980, but I was fortunate my dad had three sisters and one brother that were still living to ask questions about my ancestors. All of my ancestors were deceased before I was born. Family history was not part of my growing up, probably same as everyone else here. To begin the O'Brien family tree were my grandparents, Thomas O'Brien and Willietta Kelly. They were my grandparents, yeah. And they had 6 children: Christopher, Madeline, Joe, Annie, and Leonard. And of course, my dad, Sylvester. In 1917, my grandmother, Willietta, died at the age of 37 of unknown illness when my dad, Sylvester, was 18 months old. My grandfather, Tom, remarried and had 3 more children: Thomas, John, Beatrice, and Mary. My grandfather's parents were John O'Brien and Frances Fleming. They had 5 children: Robert, Dennis, Minnie, Augustine, and what do you call them? And Thomas. My great-great-grandparents were Dennis O'Brien and Honora Phelan, who were born in Ireland. On the 1863 Walling map, Widow O'Brien was living on Alamance Island on the 5th line, lot 28, and she owned 100 acres. In 1871 census recorded that John O'Brien, or son, is my great-grandfather, was 28, and living with John were widowed mother Honora and brother Peter and sister Alice. These censuses were transcribed by Jackie Patterson and published by the Upper Ottawa Valley Genealogical Society, or group, I guess you call them. Further research is required to complete the search of what happened to Dennis O'Brien. Did he die in Ireland, on the ship coming across the ocean, or on his arrival into Canada? What part of Ireland did he originate it? This is all information I have to research yet. Further research is required to, okay, that's not it then. In 1998, we hosted our first O'Brien family reunion, again in 2000, and then our lives began too busy, sad to say. Also completed the Chapeau family tree on my mother's side of the family, and they originated from France. Next, I completed the Kelly family tree on my grandmother's Willietta Kelly side of the family. I belong to a group from Ireland. The following was written by Mike Collins, called A Letter from Ireland, which was stated that ships from Ireland sailed from ports of Dublin, Belfast, and Great Britain. Many ports of arrival were Rosehill, Quebec, New York, Boston, and Philadelphia. Okay, from 2006 to 2013, Alamance Island Tourism Committee celebrated Heritage Day around Alamance Island. From these events, we created 8 information panels around the island and 4 of Morrison Island, which are located at the Chapeau Regional Gallery. Okay, does it sound like I'm nervous?
Not at all, not at all.
We published 6 historical books: St. Alphonsus Church, Transportation Around Alamance and Morrison Island, History of the Village of Chapeau, Dermer Center, Deserteville, and 100th Anniversary of St. Joseph's Church, and History of Morrison Island. Prior to Heritage Days, we visit local families to inquire and document their family history, and publish into 3 volumes, Family Descendants of Alamance Island, books 1, 2, and 3. I think you have a copy here, right? Yeah. thank you. Then we published 2 more books, History of Carroll's Corner Settlement and a cookbook, Grandma's Favorite Dessert. Included is a photo and a condensed story of their mother and grandmother. Okay, in 2013, we erected a cross to commemorate the pioneer families and to serve as a marker for the unmarked graves of the original St. Alphonsus Church and Cemetery located on Alamance Island near the Walton Bridge, which you found, which destroyed by fire in 1853. This is the end. Thank you very much. I would like to present Upper Ottawa Valley with these 2 booklets that was researched by Ken Desjardins, who is deceased now, and it's from Ile de Calumet from 1846 to 2004, from St. Anne's Parish. And okay, Terry, I'd like to present you that for your library. And then there's another one from Vinton. This is from Vinton from 1875 to 1996.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
They will
We would
add to our
look, we would,
collection.
yeah, okay. We would like to present you with more stuff when we look through all. Okay, thank you very much.
We look forward to it.
Okay.
Why don't you come up as well? And we'll just take any questions anybody wishes to
Oh,
ask, from here.
Okay,
I'll just repeat the questions for the sake of the people in the audience on Zoom.
hi, Margaret.
Any questions that you have in terms of either of these ladies with the presentations?
No?
Well, sorry, what was that?
Any questions that we would like to raise? How does one visit your operation?
You want to ask a question? No? Okay.
Okay, I'll just ask you, what are your hours and
Oh,
how would we
okay.
visit?
Donna, you want to answer that?
Okay, we are located at the Chapeau.
Regional
Regional
Gallery at
Gallery.
106
106.
Saint Jacques.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay, we're open from Monday. We're open from Tuesday to Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and
that's
there
right
was a lot
beside the
of
church.
yeah, there's a lot of history that
Mhm.
we have collected over the years,
Okay.
and you won't be disappointed.
Okay. Good.
Mhm.
The gallery's open. There's rooms upstairs, like I
Yeah,
said,
like a museum,
Yeah.
There's a museum upstairs.
several rooms upstairs and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And we bought a little bit of literature
Mhm.
on the table there so people can look at it. And we have different events that's coming up and
Good.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Another question. Were you? Anybody else have any questions that want to ask?
I'll make a comment.
You'll make a
I'll just
comment.
say Thank you very much for maintaining the records
Yes,
and the history of the Upper Pontiac.
thank you very much.
It gets lost a
Yes,
lot. And especially when we go further south beyond Pontiac County, they don't recognize our area.
yeah. That they don't, yes, I agree with you there.
Very
Okay.
rural.
Yeah. Spend many hours.
Okay. I'll bring it up now.
I think I know these 2 ladies.
Yes.
And I've spent a lot
Andre.
of time in the archives in Chapeau
Okay.
Yeah.
and also in Sheenborough
Mhm.
Yeah,
when they opened. And I have 2 questions.
Sure.
What is the relation between the 2 sites that you mentioned on Alamance Island? The one that from 5,000 years ago that you mentioned,
yeah.
and the one that at the end of the Walton Bridge there that was discovered, and it was the church that burned down there.
Oh, on the, yeah,
The first church.
the first church, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
there-
located just
there's the
before,
sites there.
just before you cross the Walton Bridge on
Yeah.
the right on top of the hill, there's a big cross that we erected.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was Father Lynch that served that congregation up there. And then I guess in 1853, we had a big fire that swept through Alamance Island and destroyed all the little houses and the church and the rectory and yeah. Mhm.
So the
And
other
we-
site from 5,000 years ago.
Oh,
That
no,
was,
now, yeah,
That was in 1960 to 1963. Clyde Kennedy an amateur archaeologist and dug up some artifacts
Mhm.
and from Morrison Island.
Yeah.
And then Alumet Island,
just-
which is
yeah.
older, the older site.
Yeah,
Yeah, all this information is available at
At-
the,
At the Chapeau Regional Gallery, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good,
new
okay.
information.
And it's new information.
Yeah.
The history of, what is it, history of the Ottawa Valley, Upper Ottawa Valley.
Right.
Check it out.
Okay,
Oh, where do we get that?
okay.
Oh, yes.
It's here.
an old book, but it's well worth.
The history
History
of,
of the Upper Ottawa Valley.
History of the Upper Ottawa Valley, Clive
Okay.
Kennedy's, and
Yeah.
I have.
Oh,
used it.
yes, I
have
do have.
used it in
I
some of
borrowed
my-
from somebody, yeah,
Is that that orange book?
yeah.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
Yeah.
all right.
I didn't know. you
And
was the author.
If you have it.
Hold
it
it.
is-
Yeah.
Keep on it, keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions
Yeah.
for our speakers? In part one? Yes, I'm just going to move close to you so they can hear on the mic, on the Zoom. Okay, you can ask the question of them.
I heard a rumor a while back that the gallery was going to be sold. Is there anything to that rumor?
we are working with the parish. We have a 5-year lease and we plan on buying it.
Okay.
Yeah, so the tourism, Alumet Island Tourism is gonna
Purchase it.
purchase it, and that'll still remain the art gallery and the Pontiac Genealogical Society. Yeah,
We're going to get a grant or something.
yeah, we have a
Mhm.
grant to fix the roof. We needed a lease to get a grant, so we got a lease, we got a grant, and we have half the roof fixed. And our next endeavor will be to purchase the building. So that it's the 3-bay garage, which is full of thrift goods,
Yeah,
have
clothing.
been supplying, like keeping
The funds going.
the bills paid and a little bit extra. So
Mhm.
we're very thankful for the all
For
the
the donations.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely.
okay,
Great news.
good news. Terry?
So everything that was at Bryson House in Fort Collins is now at your gallery? Is
Yes,
that
it
correct?
is. Yes,
So
it
that
is.
one is closed now?
Yeah, they closed up. Yeah, and we brought everything to Chapeau.
Thank you.
Good,
Yeah.
thank you. Any other questions from the audience?
Yes, do you have still the history of the Alphonse church book?
The church book, yes.
Yes, St.
Yeah.
Alphonsus Church Book. Yes, we
Yeah.
do have it. It's $20.
It's
$20?
available at the.
Yeah,
art
at the gallery, yeah.
Thank you.
I think you have one, Terry?
I believe we do.
Yeah, yeah.
You can also get the book at the market.
Yes, the Chapeau, Marché de Chapeau.
Mhm. Oh, yeah,
We have our books there as
yeah,
well.
for sale, yeah.
Okay,
That's how we raise the money from the selling those books too.
Do you sell the
Keep
books
up,
at-
keep up the building.
Do you sell the books at the gallery as well?
Yes, at the boat gallery and at the Marché. Yeah.
well, to help in your financial growth,
Yes.
we wish to present you with a small donation or recognition of your time and effort
Here's the
to
price, yeah.
share your story with us today.
Thank you
So
very
very
much.
much.
I
Thanks for having us.
I appreciate the information on the Chapeau side. We're going to take a 5-minute break, let people refresh their coffee, etc. And we're just going to set up for the second half, which is on the Sheenboro location. So thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, yes. Thank you.